Yo, what is happening, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're back. And I plan on slaying Alduin today. That is the goal. We're gonna at least get that done. We might get the other Dragonborn quest line started too. Just depends. Just depends. But oops. There we go. Alright, fantastic. Cool. Alright, I think, yeah, we're good. Alright, cool. So, last night we were finishing up getting this stuff started. We fought Alduin. We didn't kill him, obviously, but we fought him. Last time I told one of my followers that I would pretty much show her where the special pickaxe was. It's like at the top of like this very mountaintop that like it's kind of amazing how many people actually don't know this. I would think that most people would know about this, but I guess not. Maybe, I don't know. But so if you come up here, you know, from let's see here, you see where Parthenex is. He's right down there. So you have to climb up to this mountaintop right above him, and then just come up here, and then there it is, right here. It's a beautiful mystical pickaxe. And what this pickaxe is, I'm pretty sure it's a smithing pickaxe. Raises a wielder's smithing abilities and does 6 shock damage on enemy hits. Yeah, so obviously you're not using this to actually hit people with, but this is actually a huge benefit, especially if you're someone that's trying to get into smithing. Huge boost. Alright? So remember that, and remember that that is there. Alright? But we're going to go to Whiterun real quick. One, we have to talk to Jarl Balgriff to let him know what we want to do with the dragon, and try to get him in there, and then we're also... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Just... Was it going to be a letter from a friend? Right? Usually that's what it is. Okay. Well, that's no big deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop off this pickaxe because we don't need it for any particular reason right now or anything. So we'll do that. We'll keep Orio's bow on hand with us because that's always useful. We have these scrolls that we could do something with, but I don't plan on it right now. Let's see here. That's filled with grand, so... Okay, yeah, I think we'll be good here. And what I'll do is if I need like a soul gem filled, I'll just, or I need that thing filled, I'll just go ahead and conjure up a, one of the weapons here, which I'll just have to level something up real quick, and then I can do that. So I'll get that part unlocked so that we'll be done with that, and then I think we should be good. Actually, using more like balls mace may be a good idea too. Just depends. Is it stronger than the sword I'm using? Probably, I would imagine. It is, but I mean, pick your poison on that one.
Long life to you, friend.
We're gonna use this sword because it's good at killing dragons. We've been killing a lot of dragons lately. Let's see here. Okay. So that part is good. Now here's what we're gonna do next. What the fuck are you still here?
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Let's go ahead and run up to Dragon's Reach and go talk to the Jarl.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. Sometimes I miss the soul. No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. You can find that soul.
Actually, here. Talk to this guy too.
You're back! Did you bring me anything? What is it? What is it?
I'm sure I have something. Aw.
Stop teasing me. Lars is such a milk drinker. He can't even stand up to a girl. Take care.
He's such a milk drinker. I thought I had something for him. I guess I don't have anything for him right now. I swore I thought I did. Now I look like a dick. But that's okay. We're also gonna wait for nighttime to hit as well. Just so we can be prepared for the dragon to come at night.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the Stormcloaks.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the dragons as best we can.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
According to legend, although I never thought to put the tale to the test, Jarl Olaf One-Eye it was, who later became High King. They say he shouted it into submission in single combat atop Mount Anthor, and brought it back to Whiterun. Numenex was the dragon's name. That's his skull decorating the main hall.
Of course it is.
What you're asking for is insane. Impossible. Why would I agree to let a dragon into the heart of my city, after working so hard to keep them out?
It's the only way to stop the dragon attacks.
There must be another way. The risk is too great.
Let's see.
Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? I didn't say anything about giving up. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
Nigga, you know what we need to do.
Then, Whiterun will stand with you, Dragonborn. We will take the risk and gain the glory, whether it be in victory or defeat. So what's the plan then? How do you intend to lure a dragon into the trap? Oh, well, I'll leave that to you. I trust you know your business. Probably.
Hey, there's my lovely lady out there in the chat. Good to see you, babes.
Still works. And break the news to the men.
Bro, the peppermint smell is fucking crazy right now. From that stuff is intense. Straight intense.
We'll be ready. Don't worry. You do have a plan for actually luring a dragon into this trap, don't you?
Is
Now,
it bad?
I've got a city.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad. It's definitely noticeable. Now, for me, I don't like peppermint at all, so the smell is getting to my sinuses. Not in a bad way. I actually kind of feel like it's clearing up a little bit. Didn't realize that my sinuses were in the slightest clogged up, but I guess they were. If I personally kind of like, yeah, I don't really like it as much. I can only imagine, what the outcome of that will be, for some other people. So Yeah, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right. Let's head on over here. Let's see. Let's go back to Sky Temple. God, this is such a cool ass place to be, bro. Like, it's so dope. If it wasn't for the facts that the blades are gonna try to make you kill Parthenex, I would love the blades, but ugh. Who actually kills Parthenex? Like, you're a fucking sodomite and a psychopath if you do those things. Personally, in my opinion. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll run out here to the balcony, and I guess they know what to do. I guess.
I used to dream of it. In the dream I was standing. I'm afraid there's a problem. A serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is. He's a dragon. Not just any dragon, but the right hand of Alduin, responsible for many atrocities during the ancient Dragon War.
No, of course he
The
was.
Blades have been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
Let's see here.
Justice can be harsh. Parthenax was the author. True, whether or not he has truly repented. Or
Haven't you been listening to me? Only old there. He devours the souls of the human.
See, they already want us to kill Parthenex. That's so fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna kill him.
Yes. I've been poring over the records.
an unguessed trove of lost lore. Cross-referencing this with Delphine. Don't. By calling the dragon
I refuse. I'm not gonna kill Parthenex. I don't care what. I wish I could just delete the quest. I wish that was just like an option, but we can't do that.
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, but it is written here in this scroll. Odaving, winged snow hunter, as I read.
Oh, Duffy. Yes, that's what it is.
Flash of light just on the horizon, within the clouds that mark the border. It could have been lightning, but there was no the sense of fear.
Oh, good God. Ugh.
Never wake up.
Prepare
Then
to trap
it came
Odaving.
again, this time more distinct.
The thing I find crazy is how he managed to figure this out without actually ever seeing him to know that. Like, how'd you figure that out, my good sir? I know you're full of shit.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
I haven't even tried to get the college yet, my boy, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about saying you heard. You ain't heard shit. Alright. Let's see, and I know the dragon's call now, right? Odaving? Yes. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's wander our asses over here and go talk to Balgriff. Literally one of the coolest but yet stupidest Jarls on this fucking planet, bro. Like, real talk.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Howdy, yo, Lua, it's good to see you. I was telling people when I first went live where that pickaxe was that I was telling you about. I will, so it's up to you and how you want to do it. I can just re-show you where it is once I'm done with this portion of this quest real quick, because it's only going to take me a couple minutes to do this. Yeah, it's basically like a very special like smithing pickaxe that grants a great. It provides a good boost. Yeah, I kept my promise on that. I did not forget about that. I purposely left my character on that mountaintop for that reason. I'm streaming on YouTube right now, so it's up to you. You can either go on YouTube and just rewind it back to the very beginning, and you could see where it is, or I can just go back once this part is done and show you. It's up to you. I do not mind. Either way. Okay.
We're ready when you are.
Alright, y'all ready for me to call this damn dragon?
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready.
I was just like, I just called him. We might need to bring out Dragon Rend. Hold on. I think that's the end game here. I'm gonna follow your way too. Awesome, thank you. I appreciate that. Where's Dragon Rend? There it is. Damn. The fucking guard just got obliterated. I'll take that. That's fucking hilarious. Come on. Boom. Easy money. Your thumbnails are great. Oh, thank you. I'm always doing random ones. Like, I'm not the greatest with like picture art kind of stuff, but I try my best. Like, there's a whole like I have a, like if you see on there, there's a bunch of playlists and stuff on there, so you can like see all of that. Like, it's fucking insane. And actually, I just got the notification that you followed me on Instagram, so thank you, appreciate that. And I will follow you back as well. There you go. And if you have YouTube, like if you make YouTube videos or anything like that as well too, I'll also follow you back. That's right. Where is he hiding?
Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself.
Oh, you don't have to, but thanks. No, of course. You know, look, like, I appreciate all the support that I get because it is hard. You know, like, I've been doing this on and off since I was 18 years old. Actually, no, since I was 17. Since I graduated from... No, since before graduating high school in 2017. I've been doing it since then. So... You know, I appreciate all the support that I get because it's difficult.
He has traveled to Sovngarde.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That actually really means a lot. It's tough, you know.
A privilege he jealously guards.
I think, you know, especially like I wanted to get started in social media and all that other stuff like that back in like when I was like in middle school. Back when the peak of like the internet was really taking off, but you know, times were different then, and you know, obviously I wasn't even working or anything back at that point too, so having the money to even be able to do anything like that was so fucking difficult.
Zuulost ofan Hinlan.
Now that I have answered your question, you
And
will
I mean,
allow
like, I
me
do
to
a
go
lot,
free?
like, especially for this month, I'm gonna have, like, I have over 45 shorts saved. I'm getting ready to start, like, uploading, like, basically I used to do, like, one a day, and I was doing really well with that, so, let's see here.
Serve you? No. Need aid. If and when you defeat... Croesus. There is only
Let's see
this.
here.
You have the thorn
But
of a
yeah, that's
Nova,
basically what I've been doing, and then
without
I have all
the
these clips
wings
saved
of
on
one.
Twitch that I'm basically
You
just,
never set
I basically
foot
stockpile
in
them over like a
Skyrim.
course of like a month, and then I start uploading all of them the
Of
next
course.
month while also complying for the
could
next
fly
month.
there,
It's basically a constant
but
rotation.
not while in prison.
I've only been streaming
This-
on Twitch, like with it for like maybe since last October. Before that, I really didn't stream on Twitch at all. It was all YouTube, which is so hard to do. But let's see.
Onikan Korav Gain Mirad, and you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now.
Uh-huh.
Free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafin.
You damn right you will. Alright. We gotta free the dragon.
No one can doubt that you truly are Dragonborn.
Okay.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city.
Sir, you have no idea how long
Also, don't think I'm as talented as you are. No way. Okay, I've seen your stuff on Twitch. You're really talented, actually. I think, one, you have a very unique approach that you do things, and I think it's really cool. Yours is very laid back, super chill, which that's the kind of thing that I kind of float towards when it comes to content creators and people that I follow and watch. So, one, props to you for doing that. I don't know why I keep looking on this side. I'm looking at your comment like I'm talking to you, but my camera's right here. I'm used to my camera being on this side too because I actually just switched it over here for a couple different reasons, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I personally think that you are super talented, and I think you should give it a shot. I mean, honestly, and I think, especially nowadays, I do the same. Facts. Hold on. Let's see here.
You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get back in there again.
Okay.
Get ready to open the trap.
But
Seems like a really bad idea to me.
as I was saying, I think, especially given by today's things and all the things that I've seen, especially as a woman who does content creating, and the things that you do, I think that there's a lot of potential there for you. I really do. Like, I've seen some of the stuff you're doing with your with crocheting and things like that, which I think is super dope that you could do that, by the way. I think it's worth pursuing that and kind of doing something with it. If not, on the very least, just do it from, especially like on the circumstances of like, okay, well, you know, this is kind of what this is. But yeah, I think you should at least give it a shot. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Taran Uth. I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
Hold on. God damn it. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I just got a text. I think that is worth you to do what you do. And personally for me, I'll tell you the truth. Like, if you're ever curious about like kind of like where my YouTube shit started, like it went back to like Call of Duty and things like that. And actually, I'll give you a rundown of this because I will end the stream briefly here in the next like 15-20 minutes because I have to go pick up my fiance and my son. But I will be coming back and finishing out the stream still. I just have to go pick them up, but that will be in the next 20 minutes here. But I'll just take this time to go ahead and just talk with you for a little bit. So here's how my journey on YouTube started. I think I was like 16, 17. I actually started with a YouTube channel that I didn't even actually fully own. Me and 6 other friends owned the YouTube channel, and we all played a lot of video games together. We made content together, so we all decided let's just go ahead and upload all this stuff together. That was like our thing. And I will send you the I'll send you the link on Instagram for what that was, like as far as like the channel name. So you could see like where things kind of started versus where I'm at now. Mind you, I was a kid at this point, and it was only me and like 3 of the guys actually really pushing out the content. The other guys just wanted the credit for being on the YouTube channel. So for after like maybe about a year, I think things just kind of fell out. me and the 2 other guys all went our own way of making make our own YouTube channels, doing our own thing. But we made our own content and did all that other stuff. One of them I still talk to this very day. He doesn't make content anymore as far as I'm aware of, but he does still actively game and all that other stuff, so that's pretty cool. And I still talk to his family occasionally. But that's how all that started. And I will tell you, everything I'm doing right now with my editing and all that other stuff, I could not have access to any of this stuff. Like, I had my PS4 to record and edit content with, and that was it. I used Share Factory to make my stuff. And if you're curious to see like the progression of where that came from, you could see that old channel versus where all of my Call of Duty montage and all that stuff came from. All that stuff was uploaded and edited from my PS4. So everything I did up until this point, up until like within the last like maybe 4 years, no, I'd say maybe 3.5 years. We'll say that. But the last 3.5 years was made by console and uploaded by console and edited by console. So I would recommend if you're just genuinely curious, check out my old Call of Duty montages. Just like, you don't even have to watch the whole thing or anything. Like, just briefly like kind of like see what the editing kind of looked like from like the first one I ever did to like now. Like, it's like, at least the very last one of the very last ones that I did. It was it was crazy. I've progressed a lot, and I think honestly, and no one ever taught me any of this. I kind of had to just figure it out on my own. I just always wanted to do it. I always just wanted to make videos for the hell of it because I thought it was fun. It looked fun. I remember watching videos a lot as a kid on YouTube, like of like Sea Nanners and shit like that. I actually got the chance to play with them too. That was actually pretty cool. But ever since things like that happened, I was like, yeah, this is something I want to do. And I'm pursuing it, but it's just kind of crazy in how I started. And I was actually getting a lot of credit at the time for doing something that with almost literally nothing. Now that I'm thinking about it, so I appreciate where people have come from and where they're at now, because being able to see that progression, like, you're gonna make 1,000 shitty videos and 1,000 shitty posts before you make one decent one, and I can personally say that. Like, let me look. Like, I have to see how many actual YouTube videos I've actually uploaded. That's 399 videos total. Thank you. It took me honestly, it took me a while to find my voice on the internet, I think, just because I am very much a private individual. Let's see. Have you ever made money from YouTube? No. Everything that I'm doing right now, from Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, any of that stuff, never seen a dime from any of it. Honestly, I've been just enjoying doing it. It's a lot of fun. I think the internet's kind of in a toxic place right now, so that some days that makes it harder than others, but, I just enjoy doing it. That's kind of why I wanted to do it in the first place. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's, like, I was saying, I'm a very, private individual in terms of what I put out there on the internet. Like, all my socials, the most that you can see at the very most is you can see some of my family stuff, maybe, like, even that's very little. You could see the sports, you can see the sports side, me going to the gym, lacrosse, all that fun stuff. And then you could see my content creating stuff. And I think that's about it. Other than that, like, most of my social media stuff, like, you can't really gather too much about anything else about my personal life other than that. And where we're kind of at now at this point is you basically kind of have to, not only do you have to kind of play to that side of, yeah, I'm going to, do this content, do all that stuff and whatever, but you also are kind of playing devil's advocate and also understand that you kind of have to put a little bit of real life out there to kind of keep people going. It's kind of interesting, but let's see here. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see here. And then, see, well, that's good, because a lot of people quit because they don't get paid. Man. It would be amazing to get paid for a hobby that I really enjoy doing. But at the end of the day, it's just a hobby, I work a regular 9-to-5 job outside of this. And I'm pretty sure you and a few other people I know probably do too, because that's just how life is. I have this hobby, but in order to make this hobby work, I have to invest in it. How do I invest in it? I have to have some kind of money, one, to pay my bills, one, to keep a roof over my head, make sure my family eats and all that other fun stuff. But I also, if I want to be able to invest in all the things I want to, you have to have the funds to do it. That is the reality. And people don't talk about how hard it is when you're doing all this by yourself, and the amount of support you may or may not even get from people. It's a little like crazy. I think I made a video a while back. I made a video a while back actually talking about this stuff, and was like, I don't know if it was on... No, you know what? It was on... I think it was on Instagram. I made a little thing saying it's like, basically, if you want to be able to kind of pursue this and want to, really immerse yourself into this kind of lifestyle and do that kind of stuff, you basically have to be okay with being on your own and having no support, even from the people closest to you. Like... I've really sat back and really just kind of noticed it over the years. It bothered me maybe the first couple of years when I was doing this, but after a while, I didn't care anymore. Like, I have a lot of people who follow me and do like all my stuff, and I don't even know if they even like my stuff, to be honest with you. But I do have a lot of people who at least follow the content that I make, and do support my stuff. But, who's actually here in the live streams, hanging out for maybe like 5 minutes just to kind of say what's up. Like, I have a couple friends in here who I haven't spoke to in years, but they pop in and they say what's up. But, it teaches you, like, the people who are going to support you the most in this thing right here is people you don't even really know like that. Like, it's kind of crazy to think about. And that part, like, I'm gonna say, like, as a kid, that kind of like got to me a little bit, but now that I'm like kind of like, man, I don't care, I'm doing this because I enjoyed it and it's fun. And I've actually got to meet some really cool people doing this too. Like, for example, like, actually meeting you actually was perfectly the example that I'm referring to. Is just like, you don't know what's out there until you actually get the chance to like talk to people, and that really is like, it's huge. It's amazing. So, it's definitely become a real life experience where I'm like, just commit yourself fully to it if it's something you want to do. You're basically an entrepreneur doing this kind of shit. That's the way I see it. So, I'm going to tell you this right now. Let's see here. Also for me, some family judge you. Yeah, no, facts. When I first started, I told no one. Really? You know what? I kind of wish I would have did that at first. The people I first told was like my brother and my parents. They were supportive. They didn't care what I do. They just wanted me to be happy, which I think was like the best thing in the world. They just like do what you want as long as you get through school, do the things you're supposed to do, and don't be a bum in life. I don't fucking care. Go for it. Be happy. I was like, bet. Which I still went to college, still played in the NCAA, still got recruited, did everything else I was already doing, but I was also doing this on the side too. So it's like I did everything I was supposed to do, and you know, it's crazy to think that, you know, when you ask people where they started in this, like what you just told me just now, like you told no one, and then now that people actually probably know what you do, you have some people that probably judge you for it. It's like they just don't see the ambition, they don't see the fun, they don't see the vision, they don't see any of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. You know, and that's the kind of world we live in now. People just like to hate on something that they don't even understand. That's one thing I think that's a major issue. If we don't understand something, we tend to just push it away. And I don't even necessarily say that's just human behavior, to be honest. If we don't understand something, we push it away. Humans are known for doing that, but oh god. But it is, jeez. For my family out there that's on YouTube that's not seeing all of this portion on the chat, I will read some of it just because some of this is on Twitch. Let's see. Most of my fam are happy for me, but some fam treat what I'm doing as competition, or they join only to cringe, then talk behind my back. But it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the best advice I remember hearing as a kid. And it grew on me from that day forward. I've been hearing this since I was like 4 years old, and ever since then, every day it has proven to be true. Blood ain't thicker than water out here. The motherfuckers that have those families where they say blood is thicker than water and they're all close as fuck, nah, I can't say that. Like, yeah, my immediate family, like, we're close. You know, we do a lot of stuff together. We spend a lot of time together doing all that stuff. But a lot of, like, my external relatives, like, not really. There's only a handful, you know, regularly that I will talk to throughout the year and, you know, check in with them and, you know, call them up or whatever. But I can't think of, like, all this crazy stuff. It's all extended family. Yeah, like, most of the family I do speak with doesn't even live in the same state as me. And I have quite a bit of family that does live here, but I don't really talk to any of them. The only ones I talk to live all the way in, like, Georgia, Florida, and, you know, Indiana and shit like that. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't necessarily bother me, but it's just like, you know, blood ain't thicker than water. Your family is whoever you want your family to be. A lot of my family is people I went to school with and have, like, built a lot of connections with and things like that. Like, that's who my family is. You know, and my parents oftentimes see my friends as like their kids, you know. Like, I think like my friend, a lot of my friends that I went to school with, like, my parents, like, when they met them, they're like, oh my god, we love them, like, they're so sweet, like, we need to have them over, like, we need to do all these things, like, they love them as if they're their own kids. So, you know, that kind of thing is more important to me than hanging out with some motherfucker who's got my blood, who got the same blood as me, but we ain't got nothing in common. We don't talk. We don't do none of that shit. And honestly, you know, it is what it is. You know, my dad told me, you know, growing up, he's just like, you know, he's like, life is what you make out of it. Your family's gonna be whatever you want it to be. But at the end of the day, you gotta sleep in the bed that you make. So, might as well go ahead and make the bed however you want it. It is what it is. It facts. One of my friends told me I should do a podcast just because I'd be talking about W dad. No facts. My dad could be a hard ass, and he could definitely be a little blunt, and he does not sugarcoat. He has no filter, but he doesn't lie to you. He will do a lot of things in life, but he will not lie to you. He will not lie. He will tell you how it is. You ask him an honest question, he's gonna give you an honest answer, regardless if you want to hear the truth or not. And you gotta respect people that are like that. You know, I've grown to respect my dad a hell of a lot more now that I'm a father and doing all that stuff too at the same time because of that. You know, so. It's kind of, it's just, you know, that's kind of my little spiel, but that's kind of, you know that's a little bit, that's kind of actually a little on the personal side of my life. You know, you can kind of gauge where my life is at. Everyone needs someone like that in their lives. No. And, you know, that's why sometimes I just sit down and talk with him. I'm like, Dad, what do you think I should do? And he's just like, honestly, fuck him. That's what he'll tell me shit like that. I'm like, Dad, you know, like, I tried to make shit work, you know, like, I remember when I had a relationship back in the day. I'll never forget this. I will never forget this to this day. I told him, I went to him for relationship advice, and, you know, him and my mom, they've been married for, I think, 36 years, 37 years. They've been together longer than that, but they've been together for, you know, just a long time. So I just shared back to him, I'm like, Dad, you know, like, I'm seeing these things from this lady that I'm dating and all this other stuff. Like, what do you think I should do? Like, do you think it's worth pursuing? Do you think I should continue it? Like, what do you think? And he was just like, well, did this happen, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, and then this happened? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, fuck him. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, fuck him. He's like, you don't need that shit. He told me straight up, he's like, your peace and happiness is number one, big dog. He said, if you ain't getting none of that, fuck him. I was like, all right, Dad. All right. And you know what? Now I'm going to be telling my son the exact same shit. You know, I got to tell him the reality of life, and that's just like, sometimes you just got to tell people to get the fuck off and just move on, because life is too short to be dealing with this kind of like drama and pointless shit. Like, honestly, because of the life that I live, if it wasn't because I'm doing everything I'm doing now, I wouldn't even do social media, just because of something that my dad let me know about. And, you know, ever since then, I've just been like, you know, I just want to live life, do what I want to do, and be happy, bruh. That's it, you know? I don't mind working hard to make that happen either, you know what I'm saying? But I just want people around me that are just on the same thing. Want to work hard, want to achieve their goals, and just be happy. Hey, ain't too much to ask, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm flabbergasted, because I can't believe there's really people out here in this world that when you say things like this, they really come at you sideways and just have no real ambitions for life or anything, but yet they have a right to talk down to you about what you're doing and how you're impacting anything. It's like, bruh. Like, I go take that shit. Like, nah. When my buddy was talking to me, he's like, bro, I think you should do a podcast. I think you should just, like, you know, like, talk about real life shit. He's like, you're really good at just, like, putting it out there. I'm all like, man, I'm not politically correct. I'm too honest. I'm a little blunt sometimes, and I'm gonna say something, I'll get canceled in 2 minutes, bro. Now, I'm also a big believer, you can only be canceled if you let yourself be canceled. But we live in such a soft world where people just, man, they can't handle nothing. You know, you tell somebody about themselves in the slightest, it's game over. I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit, bro. Fuck that. You know, I'm only 27 and I'm Gen Z, so like, but I grew up around like a lot of millennials because of my brother. Because me and my brother have almost a 10-year age gap, and honestly, the things that I did with them and kind of learned from them, I was like, you know, first off, my generation's filled with a bunch of dumbasses. I'll say that. If people saw was Insta Reels, I'd cancel. All the stuff that you would like, you'd be canceled. Oh my god, dude! I'll be honest. I do follow some sketchy like. I do follow some shit where they do be putting it out there, and I definitely am like, yeah, if people saw like what I really like just read about, or like the things I like on Instagram, and then the things I watch on YouTube occasionally, like, oh yeah, no, I'd be so cooked. Like, I watch, you know, real life, like, just like talks about real life problems, real life shit, whether it's like relationships, whether it's managing a household, whether it's managing bullshit at work, like, you know, real life stuff. I don't feel like there's a point for me to really watch a lot of it if it's not going to be talking about real life shit, you know? So sometimes I feel like we really just need to break down what it is, you know? Yeah, life fucking sucks, you know? Yeah, we live in a world where people that did things that they did in World War II, for example, exist. But, you know, we got crazy dudes like Mr. Diddles walking around doing what they do for years, and, you know, things like that. You know, it's crazy. And I kind of just sit back and I really think about it. I'm like, you know, if you know, you know. Facts. If you know, you know. Listen, I don't have any problem having real life conversations. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn. We gotta learn. We gotta adapt, and we gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Okay. But Lua, I will actually be right back. I literally just have to run over to the over to the other building here for like the next like. It's only gonna take me like 10 minutes to get over there to go pick them up, and then I'll bring them back. But yeah, I'm gonna continue the stream as soon as I get back, and then we will continue. All right. Okay. See ya. Thanks for chatting. Yep. If you're still awake doing your things, I'm sure you probably have to work tomorrow like the rest of us do. If you're still awake, I will be back in like 20 minutes, and I'll be more than happy to keep chatting it up while we're playing some Skyrim and talking the shit, bro. But I appreciate you supporting and all that fun stuff, so I'll see you guys here in just a minute, alright? Be right back.